Narcolepsy, take one.
I was going to school, either in college, finishing up, or in law school, and I was having a great deal of trouble staying awake in class, staying awake to study. It seemed that I could be awake for 2 hours and then I would sleep for 2 hours and then be awake for 2 hours and sleep for 2 hours. Didn't make a lot of sense to me. And I was really struggling with the workload. And I was also working. And the um, classes, the studying. And eventually I went to a sleep doctor at the suggestion of my general practitioner. And he did a sleep study and discovered that I have a serious case of narcolepsy, which is a sleep disorder that causes a person to not be able to stay awake for very long and also not to sleep for very long. So it doesn't have, you don't have a normal pattern of being awake in the daytime and asleep at night. Very disruptive to a career, to caring for children, for almost anything. But at first, when they first diagnosed me, uh, the doctor came in and said, well, there's some good news. Good news is I know what's wrong with you. You have narcolepsy. There's some bad news, and that is we don't know what to do about it. So you now have a name for the problem, but we don't have anything that we know of that will help you. Fortunately, someone did come up with something that helped, and they needed guinea pigs for the study to see if it did any good. And of course, I volunteered to be a guinea pig in the Ritalin program and in the gamma hydroxybutyrate program. So I took drugs and tested with them or didn't take them. I was given a medication, but it could have been a placebo. It might have been the actual thing. And they tested to see which among us, placebo and actual takers, were doing better. And I helped to get Ritalin and gamma hydroxybutyrate both on the market to help narcoleptics to get good sleep and to stay awake when they were not getting good sleep. So I helped a lot of people by participating in those studies, and I felt good about it and gratified because they actually worked. And the problem that they had told me, gee, we know what you've got, but we don't have any way to treat it, went away because suddenly I did have something to treat it, which I'm still on today. So that was a saga that had a good outcome. I'm not sure where to go here.